You know there's a connection between you two. The way she looks at you, the moments you've shared. It's undeniable, yet when the conversations stop, it's always you who has to reach out first. Why is that? Why doesn't she take the first step, even when you're certain she feels something too? It's not just about the silence. It's about the unanswered questions. The frustration of not knowing what's going through her mind. But here's the twist, this isn't just a dating dilemma. It's part of a deeper, universal pattern in human behavior, one you can learn to understand and even use to your advantage. Today we're diving into this dynamic with a blend of modern insights and the ancient principles of Stoicism, wisdom that can help you transform confusion into clarity and regain control of the narrative. Let's break it down. Number 1. The illusion of effortless attraction. She sits by her phone glancing at your messages, maybe even smiling at your last interaction. But she doesn't text first. Why? Because society has painted a picture for her, one where the right man always takes the lead. This narrative whispers that if you truly care, you'll pursue her no matter what. It's not that she's disinterested. It's that she's been conditioned to think that making the first move somehow diminishes her worth or makes her seem too eager. Take Mia, for example. She's been crushing on Tom for weeks. She loves how grounded and confident he seems. But each time she considers texting him, doubt creeps in. What if he thinks I'm desperate? What if he's not as interested as I am? So she waits and waits. And eventually, her fear of rejection keeps her silent. Despite her feelings, here's where Stoicism comes into play. Her hesitation to reach out isn't something you can control. What you can control is how you respond. Instead of letting her silence dictate your worth or push you into overcompensating, lean into patience and self-respect. Many men fall into the trap of thinking relentless effort equals love. But pursuing someone to the point of exhaustion doesn't prove your value, it diminishes it. Women, like men, are drawn to strength and balance. If she truly likes you, your patience and self-assuredness will encourage her to meet you halfway. Instead of texting her every morning with a good morning message, pull back and observe. Does she check in on you? Does she make an effort to continue the conversation when you're not initiating? These are subtle signs that she's interested. But hesitant. Imagine a woman is like a pendulum. If you push too hard, bombarding her with texts, calls, and constant attention, she swings away feeling overwhelmed. But if you step back and give her space, she naturally gravitates toward you. Your silence, when used wisely, speaks volumes about your emotional maturity and confidence. Ultimately, if she truly likes you, she'll find a way to meet you halfway. But this won't happen if you're chasing relentlessly or doubting your worth. Be the man who respects himself enough to be patient, yet confident enough to act when it feels right. By embracing the Stoic mindset, grounded, patient, and focused on what you can control, you send a powerful message. I am enough with or without you. And trust me, that confidence is magnetic. Number 2, fear of rejection. Let's talk about something most people don't realize. Women fear rejection too. In fact, they may fear it even more than men. Society often portrays women as the ones being pursued, but that doesn't mean they don't feel the same apprehension about reaching out first. To you, her silence might feel like indifference. You might think, if she really liked me, she'd say something. But the truth is, her hesitation often has less to do with you and more to do with her internal battle, the fear of rejection. Women aren't immune to the sting of vulnerability. The more she likes you, the higher the stakes feel for her. Let's dig a little deeper into her perspective. Women often internalize cultural messages that say they shouldn't be too forward. Society teaches them that initiating contact might make them seem needy or desperate, so even if she really likes you, she might hold back, waiting for you to make the next move. This hesitation doesn't mean she doesn't care. It means she's human, and like all of us, she's navigating her own fears and insecurities. So how do you handle this? Should you always make the first move? Not necessarily while it's important to show interest. You don't want to chase her to the point where it feels one-sided instead. Aim for a balance, take initiative when it feels right. But don't let her silence undermine your self-worth. For example, if you've already reached out and she hasn't reciprocated, resist the urge to double text or overcompensate. Send one thoughtful message and give her space. If she's interested, she eventually respond. And if she doesn't, you've maintained your dignity and saved yourself from unnecessary overthinking. Here's the paradox when you stop stressing over why she hasn't contacted you. You become more attractive. Your calm and steady demeanor sends a powerful message. I'm confident in who I am, and I'm not dependent on constant validation. Instead of dwelling on her silence, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. This is where Stoicism truly shines. Marcus Aurelius advises, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Use this time to cultivate your strengths. Pursue your passions and build a life you're proud of. Not only does this help you stay emotionally resilient, but it also makes you naturally more magnetic. When a woman sees that you're thriving and confident in your own path, she'll feel drawn to you in a way that goes beyond surface-level attraction. When you radiate calm confidence, you create an environment where she feels safe to overcome her fears and connect with you. And if she doesn't, you'll still be standing tall, knowing that your worth isn't defined by anyone else's actions. That, my friend, is the true power of Stoicism in relationships. As we wrap up this thought, take a moment to reflect on how this dynamic might be playing out in your own experiences. Have you ever felt frustrated by someone's silence, only to later realize it wasn't indifference, but vulnerability? How might you approach these situations differently now? With this insight, share your perspective in the comments below. Your thoughts could inspire someone else who's navigating the same challenge. Number 3, misinterpreted signals. One of the biggest reasons women don't reach out, even when they like you, is because they're unsure about your feelings. Let's break it down, women. Just like men crave clarity in romantic situations, but if your actions send mixed signals, it creates uncertainty. She starts second-guessing herself. He smiled at me, but then didn't follow up. Was I reading too much into it? We had an amazing conversation, but then he seemed distant. Does he like me or not? He texted me, but now it feels like he's pulling away. Am I wasting my time? Here's the thing. Women often feel the weight of societal expectations and the fear of coming on too strong. They don't want to misinterpret your actions. So if your behavior leaves room for doubt, it's easier for them to retreat into silence than risk rejection or embarrassment. Even if she's really into you, a lack of clear signals from your side can make her hesitate. This is where Stoicism can provide a game-changing perspective. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." In relationships, this translates to one key principle. Clarity is the foundation of trust and connection. As a man, your role isn't to play games or send cryptic signals. It's to communicate your intentions clearly and confidently. This doesn't mean being overly aggressive or laying everything on the table at once. It means removing ambiguity, so she doesn't have to guess how you feel. For instance, instead of hinting at wanting to see her again, say something like, "I really enjoyed talking with you. Let's grab coffee this weekend. What do you think?" This straightforward approach not only shows confidence, but also sets you apart from the countless men who rely on vague hints and mixed messages. Some men hesitate to be direct because they fear rejection or think it makes them vulnerable. But here's the truth. Being clear about your intentions doesn't make you weak. It makes you stand out. Women respect men who know what they want and aren't afraid to express it. That said, Stoicism teaches us to balance action with patience. While clarity is essential, it's equally important not to push too hard. If she's unsure about her feelings or needs time to process, respect that space. For example, if you've expressed interest and she doesn't respond right away, don't flood her with follow-up messages. If she seems hesitant, don't assume the worst. Her silence might be more about her own fears than a lack of interest. Think of clarity as a way to eliminate unnecessary obstacles. When you're direct and confident about your feelings, you create an environment where she feels safe to be vulnerable to. Consider this if you're sending mixed signals. She has to work twice as hard to figure out where you stand. That mental and emotional effort can push her away. On the other hand, when your intentions are clear, you remove that uncertainty and make it easier for her to engage with you. Even with clarity, there's no guarantee she'll respond the way you hope. This is where Stoicism becomes your greatest ally. Epictetus reminds us, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. If she doesn't reply, don't spiral into self-doubt or frustration. You've done your part by being clear and direct. By staying grounded, you show her and yourself that your worth isn't tied to anyone else's response. When you radiate this combination of clarity and calmness, you set yourself apart from the noise of mixed signals and hesitation, and trust me, that's exactly the kind of energy that draws people closer.